Self-love. It sounds like a gimmicky phrase said by some cheesy motivational guru, but to be very fair, it is something that I totally believe in. It is a principle that I live by. And very honestly, I also feel that it is a skill. It is a life skill that is very important in our day-to-day lives, both personally and professionally. And so, in this video, which is technically the first video I'm shooting in 2021 for YouTube, I thought I would talk about this very favorite topic of mine. And I promise I'm not going to make it too cheesy. This is Dipika saying, welcome to She Means Business. मैं अपनी favorite हूँ. This was a very popular dialogue from a very popular Bollywood movie a few years back. I think it was a very aspirational dialogue because I say aspirational because, a lot of us actually want to love ourselves. We want to think we are our own most favorite person, but we don't feel that way. And that is the sad truth. We are so busy running ourselves down. I don't like my nose. I don't like my job. I don't like my salary. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like my body type. That's, I think, one of the most popular. So we're so busy running ourselves down that we don't actually practice self-love, or we don't actually love ourselves. So in this video, I'm going to actually define what I think is self-love. I'm going to talk about 5 things that for me define self-love. And in the latter half of the video, I'm going to tell you 7 things that you can do to practice self-love. Very simple, easy, practical things that you can do that can set you on the path, to loving yourself more. But let's start with how do you define self-love. To me, self-love is 5 things. Be aware. Know your strengths. It doesn't matter how big or how small your strengths are. They don't have to be earth-shattering. Small things like, maybe you make others feel very comfortable around you. Maybe you have a great smile. Maybe you're a friendly person. Maybe you know how to conduct meetings really well, to give direction to meetings. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're aware and that you know your strengths and you showcase them to the world. You amplify them to the world. Let the world come to know about your strengths. That to me is self-love. Accept your weaknesses. Don't find excuses for them. Don't lie about them. Accept your weaknesses and work towards improving them. Don't just let them wallow. Actually do things that can make you, beat your weaknesses slightly. Find time to invest in yourself. And by this, I mean many things. Find time for self-care. Find time for hobbies. Find time, to learn new things so that you can grow and evolve continuously. People who love themselves are very, very clear about, finding the time to invest in themselves. They are, a lot of people may call this selfish, but I think it's the most important thing. You have to feed and nourish yourself so that you can love yourself. And that happens by spending time on yourself, learning new things, doing new things, doing things that make you feel happy. So find time to invest in yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't continuously run yourself down. You're a unique person with your own unique strengths. So be kind to yourself. Acknowledge who you are. And this is a tough one. It's very difficult. Don't compare yourself to other people. Everyone has their own unique journey. Everyone has their own unique battles. Everyone has their own unique successes. So you really don't know what is happening in another person's life. And, we take away from our successes and we take away from our strengths when we start measuring them against other people. So don't compare yourself to other people. It's the first thing that you would do if you don't love yourself. So don't compare yourself to other people. So now 7 things that you can do to practice self-love. You may want to get yourself a pen and paper right now so that you can note these down. They're very interesting exercises for you to do. Very simple, very easy. Also, before we go forward, you may want to consider subscribing to the channel. You can also click on the bell icon so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Phew. Alright. Moving forward, 7 things that you can do to set yourself on the path towards self-love. Make a list of 5 things that you like about yourself. It's tough. If I asked you to make a list of 5 things that you don't like about yourself, you would take barely 5 seconds to do it. But because you have to put down a list of 5 things that you like about yourself, you're going to find it tough, because we never do that, right? So make a list of 5 things. Again, like I said earlier, they don't need to be earth-shattering, things. Simple things. I love my smile. So 5 things that you like about yourself, put them down. It's going to make you feel so happy. You're going to feel this little glow. And once you put them down, you should stick them up somewhere, because, so that you can see them every day. That's the first thing towards self-love. Acknowledging what you like about yourself, so that, you feel happy with who you are. So 5 things that you like about yourself. Write down 5 compliments that you may have received from people, because people see us from a very different lens than we see ourselves. So write down 5 things that people have complimented you on. It'll surprise you, because we make excuses for compliments. We're so bad at taking compliments. We're so ungracious about compliments that sometimes they don't even pierce through our brain. Because we are so busy to deflect it back. नहीं, ये तो ऐसे ही वो किसी और के कारण हुआ. No, I don't think I'm like that. So write down 5 compliments that people will have given you. You'll be surprised when you sit down to think, about them, and when you are mindful about the compliments that you receive. Now, here's the thing, everything that I'm telling you, it would be a good idea to sort of audit and update these lists every 3 or 4 months, because, you will grow as a person. Other new people will come to know you. So the compliments that you receive may also change. Things that you like about yourself may also change as you grow and evolve. So this entire list that I'm sharing with you, it would be a good idea to sort of audit it and, update it every 3 or 4 months. Yeah. So 2 was to make a list of 5 compliments that you may have received from people. 5 things that you do for your health consistently and regularly. Again, I'm willing to bet that a lot of you are not even going to reach number 3, because this is again another thing that we don't focus on. But self-love means not just, loving your strengths and your weaknesses, also loving your body, because that's what's going to take us places, right? If you're healthy, you will be able to do so much more. But it's something we neglect so much. So if you're unable to reach till 5, it's something that you should rectify, and you should, put together 5 things that you will be doing for your health regularly. Again, simple things like just drinking more water or working out consistently. That's a no-brainer. Going for regular health checkups, getting to know what is wrong with you, taking your multivitamins, whatever it is that helps you take care of your health. 5 things that you do regularly and consistently. It's a must. Please make that list. If you're not getting to 5, please rectify the situation. Write down 5 things that you will do for your health and do them. One thing that you will do every day that makes you really, really happy. Something that makes you laugh. Something that fills you up with joy. Nothing gives us more confidence, and nothing makes us love ourselves more when we are happy with the time that we are spending, So even if it's 30 minutes every day, find something that gives you a lot of joy. It makes you smile. It makes you laugh. What is that one thing that can fill you up with joy? Please ensure that you set aside 30 minutes for it every day, because, not only does that make you love yourself, it also gives you a lot of confidence. Just laughing, good endorphins, good hormones flowing through your body. It makes you feel very confident. Spending time doing things that we love fills us with confidence. It makes us love ourselves more. So do one thing every day that will actually fill you up with joy and make you feel happy. This is very difficult to do, but it's a very mindful activity. 5 people or social media accounts that you're constantly comparing yourself to. Make a list. This is very important, because a lot of times we don't even realize that we are constantly comparing ourselves to XYZ, and when we are doing that, it's a negative feeling, because we are measuring our success, our lives against those people, and that's actually taking away from our love for ourselves. It's taking away from what we think are strengths and successes, So constantly comparing yourself to other people shows that you don't love yourself enough, or you don't love yourself as much as you should. It's again a very mindful activity. It's something that you should do so that you yourself become aware that you're doing this whole negative thing of measuring yourself against other people. So make a list of 5 people, or 5 social media accounts that you're constantly comparing to. If you need to delete them, please delete them. But the minute you will become aware, the minute you will become mindful that this is what you're doing, is also a way of telling yourself that you're not going to be doing this anymore. It starts with that step of making a list of those 5 people or accounts. So make a list. Second step, stop comparing yourself to them. 5 things that you will do for self-care. Self-care as opposed to health is not so much about, I won't say, to me, it's not so much about health, body and mind health. Self-care I would define as things that you will do that make you happy, that you do to calm yourself down, that you do to make yourself feel more peaceful, that nourish your soul, that nourish your body. So skincare, painting, meditation, anything that calms you down, that makes you feel more peaceful, that makes you feel more nourished, I would define as self-care. So 5 things you will do, for self-care. Again, if you're not reaching 5, please find 5 things and do them on a regular basis. Last but not the least, celebrate every win. Every hurdle that you've overcome to win something, every little success, please celebrate it. It doesn't matter if other people look at it as a win or not, if you look at it as a win, because you know what hurdles you have overcome, to win something or to be successful at something. Again, it could be really tiny. It could be a meeting that you got with a client that you were not getting a meeting for, or it could be a new client that you've cracked. It doesn't matter. Celebrate every little win. This does many things. It actually, first of all, fills you up with confidence and self-belief that yes, you can do this, And every time you celebrate a win, never mind how small you are telling yourself for the next time when you have a problem that if I could do that, I can do this too, So every time you acknowledge a win and every time you celebrate it, it gives you confidence for the next hurdle or problem or challenge that you will, you will reach. So every time you have a challenge, you will look back, because you've acknowledged those wins, you will look back and say, okay, if I did that, I can do this as well. If you don't acknowledge and celebrate your wins, sometimes, you don't remember them. You don't remember them, and that doesn't give you confidence, and that doesn't add to your self-belief. So be very mindful of every little win and celebrate it. That will give you a lot of confidence, and that will help you to love yourself more. I did this. Very, very important to do that. So that's how I define self-love. For me, it is very important, and it's not cheesy. Like I said, it's just a journey towards making yourself more confident. I think I've said this before in the video. I don't know if I have, but I'm going to repeat it. There is nothing more attractive than a person who believes in themselves, who loves themselves, who is confident about themselves in their own skin. I think that's the most attractive person, which is why loving yourself and accepting yourself and setting yourself towards the path of loving yourself is so important, because it makes you such an attractive person. So practice these 7 things, like I said, update and audit every 3 or 4 months, and you will set yourself to the path of loving yourself more. Now, thank you so much, first of all, for watching this video. Also, if you like this video, you may also enjoy another video I have, which is all about breaking out of your comfort zones. I'm going to link it up here. I'm also going to put it in the caption description box. You should check that out. It is a story about how I broke up, out of my comfort zone, and why it is so important to do so. Till next time, again, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Until next time, stay happy, stay tuned, and stay focused.